In which mode of shear failure all three zones of failure fully develops? Answer is shear failure. You know how the shear failure is happen in the shallow foundation under the case of general shear failure. So this is the general shear failure footing. In the general shear failure, this is the first zone. The failure zone is the first zone. And the next zone is this. And this is the third zone. This is the third zone. First zone. This is the second zone. This is the third zone. And this first zone is called it as elastic zone. And the second zone we call it as radial shear zone. Third zone we call it as is the Rankine passive zone or linear zone. So only under general shear failure case, these three failure zones will be takes place. Okay, therefore it's a general shear failure, not local shear failure, not punching shear failure. Next one. This is the formula. Immediate settlement of the coaxial soil is given by very simple question. Immediate settlement is equal to QP1 minus mu square divided by ES into I. ES means Young's modulus of soil. This is the Young's modulus of soil. Poisson's ratio. I is the influence factor. Okay. Okay, next question. For the pile group shown in the figure below, the efficiency of pile group determined by Feld's rule. Feld's rule. What does it say? The Feld's rule says efficiency of a pile getting reduced by 1/16 of the adjacent piles. So this is the thing. Okay, adjacent pile. Now see, there are 4 piles are in the outer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 pile is inner. Now this outer pile is affected by 3 adjacent piles, not this one. Similarly, this also affected by these 3 only. These 3 piles are near to this pile. Similarly, this one. So from that we can write outer piles which are affected by, each pile is affected by 1/16 of the adjacent pile. For this outer, there are 3 piles are there, therefore you have to multiply with 3. So this answer you can write 16 minus 3. 14 divided by 16. Okay. This is not 14, 13 divided by 16. And similarly, for inner pile. For inner pile, this is the inner pile. For inner pile, 1 minus efficiency of this pile getting reduced because of the pile which was due to 1 pile 1/16. There are 4 piles adjacent to this one, therefore into 4. So which is equal to, now we can 12 divided by 16. So we can write this is 3 divided by 4. Now the overall efficiency is equal to, there are 4 piles in the outer, each pile having efficiency only this much, plus 1 pile in the inner, therefore that is 3/4 divided by total pile. The total pile is equal to 4 plus 1 into 100. So this is the answer. So if you simplify this, then you will get 16 is the answer. So it's a 16 into 5. Then this is 4 into 13 plus this you have to multiply with 4, therefore 12 into 100. So it's equal to 5264 divided by 16 into 5 into 100. The answer is equal to, you can say 4 divided by 5 into 100 is equal to 0.8 into 100 is equal to 80 percentage. So answer for this question is A. Okay, next question. It's a very simple question. The pile which are used to protect water from waterfront structure. Protect waterfront structure against impact of floating object is fender pile. Water pile is used to resist the lateral force. Anchor pile is used to resist tensile force. Tensile force or uplift force. Sheet pile, which is used for resisting soil. Next one. Resisting soil means retaining soil. It is used to retain the soil. Okay. Now, when the natural state of the coastal soil in its loosest form, then the relative density, we know that the relative density formula, which is equal to E max minus E minimum divided by E max minus E minimum. Actually, this is not a E minimum, E natural into 100. So E max minus E natural, they said these two are equal. Therefore, this becomes 0. E max minus E minimum into 100. So answer is equal to 0. Since we know that E max is equal to E natural, they said in the question, the natural state of the coastal soil is in the state of loosest form. In the loosest form, what is that? E maximum. So answer for this question is B. Okay. Now, lacustrine soils are deposited under the lake. Deposited in the seabed, we can call it a marine soil. Example is mud. Transported by glaciers is glacier till. Glacier till. Transported by wind, sorry, river and stream, that is a alluvial soil. So here this option is D. Then consistency as applied to cohesive soil. Be careful, cohesive soil is an indicator of is a shear strength. Very, very important. Next one. The specific surface area of a soil particle having the size D. The specific surface area we can write 6 divided by D. Very, very important. If the specific surface diameter of the particle is increases, specific surface area reduces. If the diameter of the particle reduces, specific surface area increases. So this is the answer. Next one. The flow net is drawn to obtained. Flow net is used to obtain. This is the data. Okay, and this is application of flow net. In that, you can use the exit gradient, uplift pressure, seepage quantity. The flow net is not used for coefficient of permeability. Not used for calculating coefficient of permeability. In all three cases, there was an option that is, there was a statement that is a coefficient of permeability. Actually, the coefficient of permeability we will not calculate from the flow net. Therefore, option C is correct. Which one of the following plane is not most likely to be failed plane in sandy soil? So the plane having maximum angle of obliquity. So there was a plane. This is the shear strength case. Okay. This is the failure plane. In that failure plane, there are two stresses are acting. Sigma n, and this is the shear stress tau. And here is the resultant sigma r. When this angle of obliquity, this is the beta. When this angle of obliquity is maximum, then that plane is a shear plane. So it is, if angle of obliquity is maximum, then the shear stress will be maximum. So the failure will be takes place. So the plane with the maximum angle of obliquity. Next one. When consolidation of a saturated soil sample occurs, degree of saturation. See, entire consolidation process, the degree of saturation, the degree of saturation remains constant. Remains constant. The answer for this question is D. Okay. Now, the next question is the degree of compaction obtained from. The degree of compaction obtained from in the field is measured by relative compaction. What is a relative compaction? The relative compaction means it is the compaction which is obtained in field divided by lab. Density you get in field, density you get in the lab. So that relation is the relative compaction. Okay. And the next one is Newmark's inference chart is used to determine the vertical stress at any point under a uniformly loaded of any shape. Newmark's beta method can be used for any shape. Newmark's inference chart can be used for any shape of the footing. Okay, next one. The following diagram is the effective stress distribution diagram for dry soil, submerged soil, soil mass undersaturated, soil mass with the capillary fringe. So answer for this question is this one, submerged. In the case, for example, this is the ground level and this is the water, depth of the water, for example, river or something. And this is the some depth is it. Now you know if you calculate the effective stress, the rise in water table above the ground level or the water level above the ground level does not create any or does not change in the effective stress below the ground. So if you draw the effective stress diagram at this point, you will get gamma dash into Z. The effect of this water which is lies above the ground level will not affect the below the ground. So answer B is correct. The fixed point at the transformation. So W is equal to Z plus A is 0, 1, I, infinity. Okay. So what is a fixed point? First of all, we can see. So the point which coincides with their transformation. With their transformation are called the fixed point, or we can call it as this is the invariant points. Invariant points. Okay. That's a definition of the fixed point. Okay. Now to find a fixed point, what we can do to find a fixed point, put W is equal to Z and then solve Z. Okay. So the value which is given is W is equal to Z plus A. So here put W is equal to Z. Therefore Z is equal to Z plus A. Therefore, A is equal to 0. Therefore, A is equal to 0. We are getting A is equal to 0. Okay. Okay. Now we can write. So, A is equal to 0, or we get no value of Z. A is equal to 0. If you put W is equal to Z, then you will get A is equal to 0. If you are not putting W is equal to Z, then maybe you will get some other value. Okay. Or we get no values of Z. Therefore, the fixed point of Z does not exist, or Z is equal to infinity. So when you put W is equal to Z, then you will get a constant A is equal to 0. Okay. If A is equal to 0, meaning we get no value of Z. Here there is no value of Z, right? So you are getting a constant A is equal to 0. That means you are getting only A. Okay, there is no value of Z you are getting. Therefore, the fixed point of Z does not exist. That means Z is equal to infinity. That means the fixed point at the transformation is equal to infinity. Now, evaluate integral over circle Z plus 2 divided by Z into dz, where C is the so on and so forth. Here the format is, so this is the thing, if they given Z minus 2 is equal to 1, means this is the general form of Z minus center, which is equal to radius of the circle. Okay. Now here C is center and R is equal to radius. So C is equal to here 2, R is equal to here 1. Here C means what? 2. Okay. So the format is Z minus C. That is a format. Okay. Then you have to draw a unit circle because they given integral over circle. You have to draw a circle with the center 2. So suppose this is the one unit, this is second unit. Therefore, this is the center. Radius is 1. So then draw a circle with a radius of 1 meter. So you will get a radius, so circle with radius something. Now you have to find out the pole. To calculate, find pole, calculate, to find pole, put pole, equate this denominator. This denominator is equal to 0. So this Z is equal to 0. Yes or no? This denominator you have to equate to the 0 so that you will get a pole. Now you got Z is equal to 0. Now you have to compare this. This Z is equal to 0, which is not lies within the circle. That means Z is equal to 0 means it is comes somewhere here. That means this Z is equal to 0 not lies on the pole. So this Z is equal to 0 pole not lies on the circle. It not lies on the circle. Okay, it is not lies on the circle. Therefore, the residue is equal to 2 pi I into f of a. Here, if it is not lies, or it is not, it is lies outside the circle. Therefore, this f of a becomes 0. Okay. Therefore, R is equal to 0. Why it is 0? Since pole lies outside. outside the circle. So this is the answer. Understood? So this is the answer. Now, the residue of f of z is equal to this at z is equal to 1. This is a very simple. Now the residue which is written as f of a. So f of a is equal to, we know that z square z minus 1 into z minus 2 the whole square plus the whole square into, that is a residue at z is equal to 1. At z is equal to 1 means you have to write like that. This z is equal to 1 means you have to write z minus 1. Okay. Now you can cancel out this and this, so that z square divided by z plus 2, this is z is equal to 1. So if you plug all values, 1 divided by 3, okay, the whole square, so is equal to 1 divided by 9. So this is the answer. So answer for this question is this. Understood? Next one, the partial differential equation by eliminating the arbitrary constant. For eliminating the arbitrary constant, you have to differentiate this with respect to x, with respect to y. Before that, you need to understand dou z by dou x equal to p, dou z by dou y is equal to q. Keep this in your mind. Now, here there are two arbitrary constants. Therefore, you have to eliminate these two arbitrary constant. Okay. So first of all, you have to differentiate the term dou z by dou x. Differentiate this with respect to x. So differentiation is 2x plus a, differentiation this, and this is the constant y square plus b. You are differentiating this becomes a constant. Okay, actually you will get a 2x. Similarly, dou z by dou y, which is equal to, you have to take out this x square plus a is constant and differentiation this y. Now we can write this 2x. Okay, now we can write dou z by dou x is equal to, what I can do, I can finish this. This we can substitute p is equal to 2x is equal to 2x into y square plus b. Okay, so this is the value, and is equal to y square plus b, which is equal to p by 2x. Similarly, we have to differentiate this with respect to y, so which is equal to 2y into x square plus a. So this is q by 2y is equal to x square plus a. Now let us consider this is the equation number 1. Therefore, equation number 1 implies z is equal to x square plus a divided q 2y, y square plus b is p divided by 2x. So if we simplify this, z is equal to pq divided by 4yx. So further you can write 4xy z is equal to pq. So the answer for this question is so very interesting. So this is the answer. Understood? Next question. Let x equal to 1 by n. We have to consider. Is it okay? Now 1 by x is equal to n. Take reciprocal cross multiplication. 1 by x minus n is equal to, now f of x, you can take it as. So f of x, f dash of x equal to minus 1 by x square. That is a differentiation of this one. Okay. Now we know that xi plus 1 neutral option method is equal to xi minus f of xi divided by f dash of xi. So this is the Newton Raphson formula. Now you have to plug all values within this so that you will get answer. So if you put, yeah, first iteration they are asking, right? Therefore, you have to put xi plus 1, which is equal to xi minus 1 by xi minus n divided by minus 1 by xi square. Okay, now if you simplify this, xi plus 1 by xi minus n into xi square. Okay, xi plus, simplify this, xi minus nxi square. So if you take out xi common, so xi 1 minus nxi. So the final thing is, we can do one thing. Again, you have to take xi is common. Xi is then 1 plus 1 minus nxi. This is the final thing. Therefore, xi into 2 minus nxi. Therefore, xi plus 1 is equal to xi 2 minus nxi. So the answer for this question is A. Understood? Now, error in the trapezoidal rule is of the order of h square. You have to keep this in your mind. The error in the trapezoidal rule is in the order of h square. So this is the factual data. Keep in your mind. Okay. Now, around 10 questions. These all are the general science. Okay. Which work is known as an encyclopedia of social life in 11th century? So answer for this question is this one. Kasta Saristagara Samaveda. Okay. Next question. Who led the French forces during the Battle of Waterloo? Napoleon Bonaparte. So this one, this is the answer. B is the answer. Napoleon Bonaparte. Next one. In which district Adichanallur, which had been the habitat of human race during 1000 to 2000 BC, located? So actually this answer is Thoothukudi. So Thoothukudi is the answer. Okay. Thoothukudi is the answer, but such option is not there. So this question is somewhat vague as per my concern. Okay. Okay. So actual answer is Thoothukudi. Now next one. Which of the following is measured on the Richter scale? So that we know intensity of earthquake. Okay. And the next one is, what is the zero hour? So this was happened in the parliament. Okay, so the zero hour means in that hour when a matters of utmost importance are raised. That means the important things which are happen on the zero hour. Next one. Which of the following is a direct tax? That is the income tax. These two are the indirect taxes. These two are indirect taxes. The next question. Who got the Nobel Prize for the Peace in the year 2011? Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Laymark Govey, and Tawakkol Karman. So C is the answer. Next question. Which country won the Kabaddi in the World Cup 2011? So we peoples, that is India. Now, the Raman's effect is used in the study of molecular energy. Now, Green India programming is the national action plan on that is a climate change. So, Green India program, which is initiated by the government of India to concern, okay, to take care of the climate change.